Hey folks, it's Rick Claus coming to you again from the Microsoft campus, bringing you conversations with folks that are involved with the creation of or will be speaking at Microsoft Ignite. And I happen to come across a good friend, Karuana Gatimu.
Hello. It's so great to see you here live in person on campus.
Now, I'm curious, just in case people don't know, what is your day job?
Oh, yes. Well, my day job, I'm the director of the customer advocacy group for AI and collaboration, and we do fun things like events and communities and adoption.microsoft.com, and we run our Microsoft tech community and do all sorts of great stuff like that.
So I've got a pretty good chance of saying that you will be at Microsoft Ignite.
Yeah, I believe I will be there, and certainly my team will be there in the community space, doing pre-days. You know, people on my team do a lot of technical skilling, which I know you're all super familiar with, so we will definitely be there.
Excellent. So are you excited about Microsoft Ignite?
Oh yes, goodness. We get to go to San Francisco.
I know, eh?
Plus, I love all the people. Like, I'm really about the people at these events where you can just learn so much in just a hallway conversation, come into the community lounge, or ask an expert. I just think the energy there is fantastic, and especially now with AI, there's so much to learn.
Of course. Now, curious, I know it's still early in the time frame for the content creation process, but do you have ideas on what you might be talking about or your team might be talking about at Ignite that people can go off and take a hold of?
Absolutely. Well, we're going to talk about a technical readiness for Copilot implementation, and really having a healthy environment so that you can be sure that your data is governed properly for any AI experience that you might create. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about agents and building agents. You know, the world needs makers, and there's so many different ways that you can approach that. So we'll be talking about that, and we'll be talking about best practices in user adoption and engagement. And there's so much going on with Copilot Studio that I'm really excited about. My team spans all of those areas. So yeah, it's a pretty broad remit, but we love it. And of course, we love all the things that are happening in Teams and SharePoint and all of the other foundational services across Microsoft 365. So we'll be talking about all of that.
Now you've been to many conferences over the years, and I'm curious if you have any advice for first timers coming to Microsoft Ignite.
Oh, definitely. Besides the comfortable shoes, one that we all need to know, it's really make a new friend. Like, commit to yourself that you're going to make one new friend when you go there, because the relationships that you build in this business are so foundational to you having a meaningful and long-lasting career. So, take a look at your LinkedIn, even if you're not planning on changing jobs. I like to have people connect with me on LinkedIn, but definitely make a new friend. That is my advice. It has certainly done well for me.
Nice. Now, more specific about folks, because you and I do travel for business, and we do an awful lot of business travel to get to different conferences, different places. Do you have any travel tips or maybe gadgets or things that you might do yourself whenever you go off and travel?
I take ibuprofen with me, I have to say. And this wonderful stuff called Baroka, which is like dissolvable vitamins that I take every night before I go to bed, along with honey and tea for my voice. And just remembering to, speak from your diaphragm, not from your throat, like that kind of stuff. Because, I've lost my voice at Microsoft Ignite before, and now I have to make sure I don't. But those vitamins and a little ibuprofen at night before I go to bed makes it so that I can wake up and it is magic. I got medically induced magic.
Nice.
But those are the things. And I always bring some extra outfits because you never know what you might feel like doing. It's not just about the conference, it's also about the city. We're going to be in San Francisco. So there's so much to do there. It's a wonderful place.
Well, you teed me up beautifully for the last question, which is, hey, we're going to San Francisco. You've been there before. Do you have any recommendations for what someone should do, places to eat, or different experiences they should try?
My favorite place in San Francisco is actually go across the Golden Gate Bridge. There is a park on the other side, and it used to be a military installation. So there's really cool like forts and what have you, but also the older style architecture. And then you can turn back and look at the city and see the bridge. I believe it's Mendocino County, if I'm not mistaken, but it's such a beautiful, peaceful view. I always love coming outside the city and looking back on it. It's a great photo op. Also, one of my favorite pictures I got from there.
Well, awesome. That's a really good one. I haven't heard that one yet. That's great.
There you go.
Thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
You're welcome. Anytime, Rick. Anything for you. You know that.
And thank you for joining us for this quick little episode about what's going on behind the scenes at Microsoft Ignite. Hopefully, we will see you in San Francisco in November. It's for Microsoft Ignite, and we'll see you there.